Oh, a little buck right there. A little fella. Oh, there's another one. Keep going forward there. Good evening, ladies and gents. Coming to you live from a tree in northeast Kansas. Jason Can here. It is September 27th. There's my little Luna girl. She was mad at me. She knew I was going hunting, but not her kind of hunting. So I'm sitting in a tree that Big Tim and shot a decent buck out of there a couple weeks ago when he was out from Pennsylvania. We went ahead and put a stand up here for future use. They got about 10 acres of corn, uncut corn. Out here, Tim shot his buck like right out in here. So a lot of the bedding is up this way and that way, not too far away. So I'll make this kind of short, but I'm hoping they come out. There's a big crossing in the creek right there, more in this corner, and even back behind. I'd probably squeeze a shot off back into there on that field there, as long as it's not too far. Hoping for a 20-yard shot. Got some good deer we've got coming in here. We got a big 7. We've got a couple of really nice 10 points. We got an old deer named Stumpy. He's a real nice 8. Cool deer. He's real heavy, but he's just got really short tines. Thawed out, worked up a sweat climbing up in here. It's a little different for me doing this self-filming stuff. It's a lot of work. But wish me luck. We got another spot here. This is one of our better spots this year, man. They've been hammering that. Got a nice little creek. Got running water down there. This is the only property we really had this year that had much good running water. Got old Coop's stand right up over here against the tree. About 20 yards. He's been trying out here with his crossbow a little bit. Usually got a lot of scrapes right up underneath this tree right here this year. A lot of activity. You can tell there's been a lot of deer in here. And we got another camera and throw some corn out down over here. Only problem is there's been a cow and a calf in here this year, so we haven't been throwing too much out. But I don't mind giving them a little bit. It's a good place to hunt. Got alfalfa on the backfield over here. Around there, then it's beans, and then pasture,
And then there's a pond right up here. His little finger comes down. This out here this year is corn, and on the south side there's beans. Up at the other end, up here where we came in, my daughter shot a really nice buck up at the other end there, rifle season, about 6 years ago. And ended up being 165 and some odd inch deer, beautiful buck. Tim shot his deer this year down over in a stand down here. They still have about 10 acres of uncut corn. I've been in there a couple different nights, but it's just been so darn hot this year. But it's a good place. You can come sneak in all along that line of locusts. There's a waterway down through there, and sneak down in there. And then we've got a couple other stands back in, way back in down on the other side there. But a lot of food, water. I mean, this is what more could a deer ask for in a place to live and dwell. And hopefully we come across them this year and get us some meat. We got pretty good chances. We got some pretty good deer out here this year. We've got about 4 deer that I would consider real nice. 2 of them that are real nice, a real big 10 and a real big 7. Definitely, something that would definitely be proud of. But it's not a real big patch, so there's a lot of pass through. It's a really good place for decoying. You get a lot of deer running the line over here on the north and south, and they'll run that line back and forth, trailing, looking for does there. And over on this south end, there's a hilltop up over here, and they'll cut across there. I catch a lot of deer during rut, and I've decoyed quite a few of them. We've been deer hunting or dove hunting over here the last few nights since it's been so hot, and we ain't heard nothing. Shoot, we're just sitting right up by the road up over here. All that's doing is pushing them back in there a little bit more. I can sneak in on them. Alright, check some more cards. See ya. We're here at one of my favorite spots. 3 years ago I shot a deer I'd been chasing for, I believe, 3 years. Old gnarly. I shot him just right up over the knoll here, 12 yards. I missed a shot at him 2 days prior at 42 yards. I was sitting up in a cedar tree up over the hill, and he was on edge. I think he heard my seat move, and I took a shot. He made a little matrix move and went right around my arrow. But I went back in and I sat on the ground underneath a cedar tree here, not expecting to see him, but he walked right in, kept glancing back at that cedar tree, and when you know it, he just comes in 12 yards, just stuck him in like 30 yards and piled it up. I was like, it's tough when you get a relationship with those deer that you've been thousands of pictures looking at, and just all the stuff that they've been through. I mean, I'd seen him right off the road numerous times. I was like, he's going to get poached, I figured, but this is just a nice little pinch point. I know they're discussing here in Kansas about no longer allowing putting out corn or any kind of bait stuff. It is still legal right now, but I don't typically do a lot of it. I mainly try to hunt pinch points, like a lot of guys do. I mean, you got a spot that pinches down and comes to the corner of a field. I mean, I've opened this up a little bit, but made nice trails through here. They have their own trail that they use quite a bit over on this side. It's got easy access for me to get in and out. I go park up over the hill and I walk in all through those cedars. Some of the deer I've known like to bed up in there, but the majority of them, they'll come out on the fields about halfway down, and then they'll come up in this corner where we're at, and they'll bed up over the hill. There's a lot of scattered trees, pasture ground, and this is their main food supply. And my daughter shot a nice 10-point here. I shot gnarly. My wife shot a real nice 8-point here, and Cooper shot a real nice, I believe it was a 9-point here, one of his first deer. And it's just a nice little spot. It's probably, I think it's like 45 acres, just of the field. It wraps around this whole pocket of trees that comes all the way around, and then up top's hay meadow, and then it's got a pocket of timber all the way up the fence line on the side here. There's a pond up over there, And I watched Gnarly get a drink out of that year that I shot him. And there's a nice pond up over there. The creek's got a little bit of water in it this year, but we're going to throw a little bit of corn out. My main reason just throwing corn out, I like to see what's in here, you know. And then later in the season too, if you got a little bit out, it does help those bucks. If you're still hunting late in the season, draw them bucks in. They get a little bit of bite to eat since they've been chasing so hard, but they get a lot of activity. I had 2 bucks, a little 8-point in velvet and a little 6-point a couple of weeks ago when Tim was out, and they were feeding right around here. I got some pretty good footage of them. And I've had a couple deer the last 2 years when I had my recurve up in here, set up in that tree, and I had a lot of deer come by here, and it's just a nice little spot. It's secluded enough, but it's easy access as well. But I'll throw some corn out and pull the card, and we'll talk to you guys here later. Alright guys, October 7th, here in Kansas. We're changing up a little bit tonight. We're going to go in and got a spot I cleared up here, pre-season. Cleared the weeds and everything up. We're going to sit on the ground. Never hunted this spot over here. It's got a bean field. The beans are all still standing. I had all kinds of tracks, all beat down in the beans. Creek crossing coming up through there. Another spot that we have water at, so that's one of the main draws to it. Just kind of try to sneak in and just sit on the ground and see what we can't see, and maybe get a chance at a big boy. I've seen a couple of good bucks over here before. It's got potential, but it doesn't have a lot of deer, but it seems like they pass through here quite a bit, and it's got a couple of pinch points I like to hit, so let's see what we can make happen. Stay tuned.
I got milkweed all over my pasture. So, hats off to you guys. That's a real slick idea. Works awesome. Saw $2 tonight. Pretty small, a little far away. It's a pretty nice evening out, kind of warm. Creep through here, but and see what we can make happen. Most of the deer I've ever seen bedded were coming over that ridge right in here. So we're gonna set up about 20 or 30 yards from that corner and see what we can make happen. Well, here we are. We're set up here. We got the winds kind of blowing in our faces. I'm sitting on a rise with the fence line right behind me. Linda. Got Linda here with me. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. There's a Linda. Where'd she go here? There's a Linda. Good looking gal. She's kind of keeping an eye on that backside. If anything comes, she's gonna let out a big old mew. So, what we got here is a creek crossing. Little creek all the way down here. A lot of steep bank, there's not a lot of cover. But over here on the north side of us, up in this area, along here, good bedding. The wind's blowing, kind of an odd wind. It's blowing kind of straight west right now, down in this bottom. But what we're hoping is something comes out, and there's a few little spots way on this end. There's little clumps that a little drop down. There may very well could be some deer bedded out on that. And then over here to the right. But when I was over here a month or so ago, it's really beat down right in this corner underneath that tree. And it's about 35 yards to that first of that tree there. So hopefully get something to come in here and give us a decent shot, a little chip shot. Stay tuned.
Alright, stop there. Man, he's big.
With so many music apps out there, ever wonder which one is the best? Is iHeartRadio. Not because we say so, because you do. It's the only one with live radio, in-depth news, and an unlimited selection of...
Oh, where's the buck?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, get up there.
Wow.
Get up there.
Okay.
That's a nice one. Alright, yeah. Oh, my.
Oh, there goes another little buck.
Holy. Why is it not there?
Yeah. You looked like an 8.
Man.
Oh, he's gonna chase off that guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Quit
like,
pushing me. Cooper,
I'm not.
who is it?
Draco.